It's fall, and I am back to once a month grocery shopping. And we are a family of nine, seven children, ages 15 down to one, and we homeschool, so we're home all the time. And I cook 90% from scratch. I try not to get too many packaged things. I know crackers and chips and things are kind of our kryptonite, but I do try to make things from scratch. And I did just do a video on back to school freezer meal prep if you're interested, but I'm going to show you not a shop with me, but just things I bought and kind of walk through why I bought them and what I do with them. And then towards the end of this video, if you are interested in learning how to once a month grocery shop, or kind of the system I did to build up my pantry to be able to do that, I can talk about that when you watch me fill up my jars. I also share my fall printable menu in my email subscriber list. Starting with Costco, I spent $299. I bought some spicy water, 2 cases of tomato sauce because I was completely out, Ritz crackers for snacking, 10 pounds of cane sugar. It's going to be baking season, so I'm going to need that. Baking soda we use for cooking and cleaning. These chips, Mexican street corn, they have been out for over like a year, and we really like them when we have taco night. Cottage cheese has another thing that has been out for a couple of months, and I want to do this recipe of a cheesecake overnight oats, feta cheese, and Greek yogurt, which we use also for sour cream on taco night. 2 things of chicken nuggets. My children are really still on a chicken wrap kick, so we've been doing that. I like to buy a ham, and I slice it and dice it for different meals or for sandwiches or for omelets and things. I went ahead and got garlic there. It did say it came from California. And apples. I don't know if it's going to be available like a non-appeal. I don't know. I usually get apples from Azure, but they haven't been available yet. Maple syrup for making granola, and Aussie Bites. I really should probably figure out how to make these because my whole family really loves them. Not my favorite, but 1 thing of coffee, 2 things of dates, mostly for granola making, but I also keep a package in the freezer, and we like to eat them as a sweet treat after dinner if we're still kind of hungry. Nuts, black pepper, mayo, dried mangoes, and some quinoa. I put in our favorite lentil soup, but I also like to mix it with rice. Chicken just to make dinner tonight, super easy, and a 25-pound bag of flour. And I also always let the kids pick out a treat when we go to Costco. So it's always fun. We like to go down the aisle with all the ethnic treats. So this time actually was in the cold section, the macaroons with all those yummy flavors. We actually have not ate into it yet. And on to Aldi. I spent $109 at Aldi and stocked up on crackers and chips. I found this actually my daughter found this little puppet book for our 1-year-old, and he absolutely loves it. It was $2.99, so I got it. And I stocked up on some beans because they were non-GMO. Some olive oil. This is neutral flavor, but it's not the best quality because it's from multiple sources. Some paper towels, and the sweet old lady was telling me how good their sweet marmalade and apricot was, so I picked up those along with peanut butter and salsa. And this rice cauliflower I like to mix with dinners for an extra boost of nutrients that we wouldn't normally eat. Some goat cheese my daughter picked out. A little bit of guac because they were asking, and hummus. And this pickle brand is really good. So we got the spears this time to eat as snacks. Stocked up on some frozen peas and yogurts for parfaits one day this week. And I like those salamis for snack lunches. And then just a couple of meat items to keep on hand, and then fruit of bananas, strawberries, and grapes. And then on to another local store, local to me, that I just need to run in a few things to fill up our 5 gallons of water. My daughter was doing a project of eggplant parmesan. Croissants was a husband's request, some carrots, some lettuce, and vinegar, and our pump spray was broken. We actually refill that with Dr. Bronner's or a Castile soap, some dish soap, peanut butter, and some grape jelly is our favorite. And these were on clearance out there, so I went ahead and bought the sliced olives to stock up on. And then these looked pretty decent, so it's gonna almost be soup season, so I got a few bags of these on a good sale price too. And that was $100, $92. I will have one fill-in haul, but I'm actually saving a bunch of my money for a big stock up haul that I have for Azure Standard before winter hits, and then, fall baking and things. I like to get a little bit ahead of the curve, so I'm going to place a bigger order for next month. So I'm setting some extra money aside, and then we still have some items coming out of the garden for some vegetables, and I planted some fall crops, so we have some things still in the garden that I'm using. And I also buy our meat in bulk. I do have a video from last year that I can share with you if you're interested to see what we got and what we paid for bulk meat. And then I also have on plan to do a big Azure haul next month, getting ready for fall and before the pre-baking season and holiday baking. I'm going to stock up on some of those things. So I'm going to make a bigger order from Azure than I normally do in a month. So I'm setting that some of my money aside now so I can make that purchase. And then some of the stuff I didn't actually buy today, as you'll notice from my grocery hauls, but I do have a stock up downstairs. And my rule of thumb is, depending on the size, if it's in bulk or just a normal size jar of maybe jam, I like to have a couple downstairs, or at least one solid backup. That way, if Costco's out of my coffee, I still have enough to get through another month if I need to. And the easiest way I've found is planning for a month is actually making a 2-week meal plan and then just doubling it. I do have a whole playlist on past grocery shopping hauls, so if you're interested in that, I will leave the playlist here. And if you're sticking around, next week I should have that video for more back to school freezer meals for you if you're interested